we've responded well to challenges all year, and this one I guess was just a little too much. And credit to Brown, they played a very good series. They played the way they needed to play to win, to give themselves a chance to win. They were physical, they were tough. They, slowed us down with their style of play. And Clemente was outstanding all weekend long.
It was almost like carbon copy Friday's game where you guys had a good first period, but couldn't get anything past Clemente, and then they sort of took control a little bit. Or second.
I don't know. I don't think that was actually. I think we were a lot better tonight than we were on Friday.
In the second period.
Yeah, and the second we were just in the penalty box too much. That's. We're in the penalty box for 8 minutes. We killed off 8 minutes of penalties. And that's, your best players are out there too much. You're getting worn down. You're getting tired. Your defenders are out too much. So, we were in the penalty box too much in the second period. I think that's why the disparity of play was in the second. I thought we played good. We really controlled the first period. We couldn't penetrate and get one through. And then obviously we controlled the third. Certainly the giving up the one at the beginning of the third is a tough way to start that period off.
Did you feel you guys needed to have the same intensity that you did in the third period throughout the whole game?
Well, there's always ebbs and flows, and even as good as we were last night, you're never going to dominate a team for 60 minutes. It's just impossible, and you have to survive the downtimes in a game. And tonight that was because of penalties, and we were in the box, and they didn't have many scoring chances in the first, but they really the only good one they had they scored on, and we probably had 6 good scoring chances in the first, and then we you just can't give your opponent in a series that's this tough and physical and close. You can't give your opponent a 5-on-3 like that, and so basically, then we handed them that third goal. So we really, and they worked hard for their goals. Don't get me wrong; they earned their win. But you gave them 2 pretty easy goals that they didn't have to do a lot for, and it's tough to come back from.
You expected to win this game, didn't you?
Oh, for sure.
You had no doubts in your mind going in
Well,
you thought you were going to win this game.
The thing is, we didn't play good enough on Friday. Yeah, that puts you in the spot, and that's where we have to learn from that, apply that, and it's a tough lesson to learn. And it's a long time to apply it. And it's bitter right now. And I feel for our young men because we got good kids in that locker room that care a lot about the program, that played hard this year, did a lot of good things this year, moved our program forward, and we got 5 seniors that are pretty emotional right now and that are really quality young men that have represented our program in a first-class manner and will continue to do so as alums.
Best to say the program's turned around now. You're on the right path toward what you want, your goal, ultimate goal.
Well, we're marching closer, and the seniors did a lot of things to get us to where we're at now. And there's a lot of work left to be done, but I guess I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm certainly disappointed with the loss, and you feel for the whole team, but especially for those 5 guys. They've done a lot of good things for this program, and I or them certainly didn't want it to end like this.
Coach, what do you have to say to the referees at the end of the second period then?
Well, I just found it. I thought the officials were very good throughout the series. I just found it odd that I thought we had the puck most of the game. The power plays were 7-4 for Brown. So, I thought they were the officials did a good job in the series. They were consistent, but I did find it odd tonight that we had the puck for a majority of the game. The power play was 7-4. So that's what I was trying to, voice a little bit. That maybe ours were out in the open, and so they were a little easier to call. There's a lot of slashing, hooking, and holding in close quarters that maybe wasn't, and so you just try to point that out, but that's not the reason we lost, not at all. Brown earned the win.
What did you say to Jerry after the turnover?
He was trying to make a play. He's I think sometimes people forget that he's a young freshman, and they expect a lot of him, and we expect a lot of him. He's given a lot to us. And he tried to make a play, and probably wasn't the best decision at that time, and again, it cost us. And it seemed like tonight that was it. Our mistakes ended up in the back of our net tonight. Yeah, whether it was a penalty mistake to put us down 5-on-3, leaving a guy alone at the doorstep, and then that play. And they did a good job of capitalizing on our mistakes.
The decision to pull York to go 2 men on the power play there, still with a little over 3 minutes left, I think. Was that something you'd planned for, or?
Well, I didn't plan for it earlier. I was hoping we'd be winning. I just thought that they were doing such a good job of blocking shots that we just needed an extra body to be toward the front of the net and to win puck battles and to retrieve pucks and get back up top. And we probably had, and let's credit Clemente, we probably had 10 good looks just in the last 5 minutes of that game. And Brown did a good job tying up at the net front, and Clemente made some outstanding saves.
Were there times this year, even tonight, when maybe sometimes your team might not believe in themselves?
No, I don't think so. No. I think this team's got a lot of belief, and that's why we always responded well to adversity. I think our immaturity put us in some situations that we don't want to be in, and I think Friday night was one of those again. We didn't play hard enough on Friday night. We let Brown dictate that game, and we put ourselves in position that you can play a good game like you did tonight, and things don't end up going your way, versus establishing a stranglehold on the series. And the lack of belief was not the problem. Sometimes lack of consistency and maturity in our approach was an issue.